Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including Tesla's 2023 vehicle lineup, Cybertruck updates, first deliveries of Tesla's latest vehicle, and more, so let's get into it. First up today, Tesla's Supercharger network, which is one of their biggest advantages, is constantly growing. This week they updated their Supercharger map as they do each quarter, adding in new locations and estimated opening dates for a few upcoming chargers. This time though, they briefly published their entire list of coming soon locations, and many had exact addresses listed. They were removed a few hours later, but saved prior to that by a few blogs. People have even made a map of all of these leaked locations. There were 347 new locations listed as coming soon, and scrolling through shows you a ton of info. It's pretty remarkable how many chargers Tesla has planned at this moment. Within California alone, where I live, I see around 85 new locations, many in areas that I will definitely be utilizing. The complete list is on Drive Tesla Canada if you're interested, and there are very likely new locations coming your way soon. It looks like 37 states in the US are getting multiple new locations, but Tesla also revealed the exact locations of superchargers in Canada. That list is also pretty extensive. Likely these chargers will take quite some time to truly get built and put online, but it's amazing to see Tesla's expansion here. It's absolutely necessary for the number of cars they are selling each quarter, and it'll be interesting to see how they handle supercharger exclusivity versus opening up superchargers to any and all EVs. Next up today, Tesla has finally updated their Model Y website to reflect at least one big design change for the interior. For a while now, Tesla has been shipping a different interior, with trim extending from the dash into the door panels on the Model 3. The Model Y didn't yet see that change, but when I took delivery of my Model Y 3 weeks ago, it actually had this change. It got rid of the large white panels in the side of the doors in favor of this very small piece extending from the dash. At the time, I actually didn't entirely realize this because Tesla didn't announce this, and their website still showed the old renders. This change meant the white panels previously in the rear doors are straight black as well. Some people like the design change, while others prefer the older design, but Tesla finally updated their website yesterday with the change. If you click through to configure a Model Y, you'll see the view of the rear of the car with white interior featuring the same black doors as the black interior. When you look at black or white interior as well, you can see the updated doors. For most people, this is a small update, but Tesla's website hasn't matched what they were actually shipping for quite a bit. Now it matches. I think it's a bit more uniform in the front compared to the old design, but I also liked how much more present the panels were previously, especially in the rear. Now it's just a very thin line in the front and entirely removed in the back. Next up today, a few updates about the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck was announced back in 2019 and has been heavily delayed. A lot of the delays have to do with supply shortages, but also Tesla's focus on Model Y production. Battery supply doesn't seem to be as much of an issue for Tesla lately as a whole, but 4680 cells are assumed to be required for the Cybertruck. Those are still in the scaling process. In any case, a big part of the Cybertruck and Tesla's goal of getting its pricing down is the Giga press. Their 9,000-ton Giga press is being made by Idra, and Elon Musk confirmed this back in May when Idra posted a video assembling this press for the first time. Now Idra has posted an updated video announcing the completed build and testing of this 9,000-ton press. That should mean that it's validated, and the next steps are to disassemble it and ship it off to Giga, Texas. There it will likely take a long time to be assembled, and then Tesla will be in the process of testing initial Cybertruck bodies for production. There's a lot ahead still to get the Cybertruck to actual production, but this is a big step. The press to make this car is ready. As for the latest features of that truck, Elon Musk recently hinted at it being able to serve briefly as a boat. He tweeted, quote, "Cybertruck will be waterproof enough to serve briefly as a boat, so it can cross rivers, lakes, and even seas that aren't too choppy. Needs to be able to get from Starbase to South Padre Island, which requires crossing the channel. As noted by Electric, crossing that channel would mean it needs to travel through water for at least 360 meters or 1,100 feet. It's definitely a bigger goal than a wading depth for the Cybertruck, but Elon added a bit more here. Someone was speculating about what the speed of the Cybertruck would be, and Elon said, quote, "You'd need an electric propeller mounted on the tow hitch to go faster than a few knots. There might be a creative wheel hub designed that can generate meaningful thrust." If this truly came true, it would be a crazy extra feature of the Cybertruck. I know many would opt to get that Cybertruck propeller on the rear, but like many of Elon's tweets about products, it's unclear if we'll ever actually see this. When asked in 2021 if the Roadster could fly, he said a little. He even detailed the capability of the Roadster Roadster to briefly hover. Obviously, none of this has been seen, so maybe the latest Cybertruck boat rumors fall into this category, or maybe they'll both end up shipping. That remains to be seen, and as always, I'd love to be proven wrong with any of my doubts here. Cybertruck production should begin in mid-2023 if all goes well, with the 9,000-ton press that Idra has completed. Next up today, Tesla has officially begun producing their 2023 model year vehicles. This applies to cars built at Fremont for the time being and is expected to expand shortly to Giga, Texas. Interestingly, the first two cars that are moving to model year 2023 are the Model X and 3. The Model X began with 2023 production on October 3rd, while the Model 3 began on October 4th. For the time being, the Model S and Y are still being produced as model year 2022, and the date for them switching over to 2023 is yet to be confirmed. With most manufacturers, the switch to a new model year brings changes to the vehicle. They advertise each New Year's model as something like the all-new 2023 Telluride. Manufacturers usually wait a year to make changes so that the new model year stands out from the previous year in some way. For Tesla, though, this is really just a formality. On rare occasion do they actually align vehicle updates and changes with the model year. The last time I remember this actually happening was with the 2021 Model 3. They switched to black trim, updated the center console, added a powered trunk, and more for the 2021 model year, but other than that one instance, Tesla changes their vehicles anytime and whenever they want to. A good example is the removal of radar from their vehicles. This happened in mid-2021, so there are plenty of 2021 Teslas with radar and plenty of 2021 Teslas without. I just got a 2022 Model Y with the interior changes I talked about earlier. It also has a cargo cover. There are plenty of 2022 Model Ys that didn't have those changes. This time around, as Tesla shifts over to their 2023 model year, it appears that any rumored changes have already occurred. The only change that will somewhat line up is the removal of ultrasonic sensors. They are replacing these sensors with Tesla Vision and have done so beginning with the Model Y and 3 built in October, prior to the 2023 Model Y actually being officially, quote, released out of Fremont or Giga, Texas. Features that have been rumored for the Model Y that in theory could come with a 2023 update are air suspension, cooling seats, and the removal of stocks. When Tesla updated renders for the Semi, they showed the new steering wheel. It's round but uses touch buttons to remove stocks around the wheel like they did with the refreshed Model S and X. For now, the Model 3 and Y still have stocks, but in August, Chris Zhang, a reliable Tesla source, tweeted saying the 2023 Model 3/Y will also remove the left and right paddles, sliding gear shift, and touch turn signals. That's a change I would say has the most possibility of coming out to these cars, but considering Tesla is already shipping the 2023 Model 3, I don't see it lining up with the 2023 model year. They'll likely make that change to both the 3 and Y at the same time. The rest of these rumors are mostly rumor that would add cost to Tesla's production. Tesla is all about cost cutting as long as they keep selling cars, so I doubt that those would come anytime soon either. So it's a funny thing how different Tesla is here. For many companies, it really will matter if you get the 2022 or 2023 model year. For Tesla, there is likely going to be no change, but they are starting to produce official 2023 models. Next up today, Tesla has officially announced the launch date of their latest vehicle. All the way back in December of 2017, Tesla unveiled the Semi, with production set to begin in 2019. A number of things about this truck were impressive as announced, but of course, it has taken 3 extra years from the originally announced release date. There have been many rumors of Tesla Semi production ramping up, but now Elon Musk tweeted saying, excited to announce start of production of Tesla Semi truck with deliveries to Pepsi on December 1st. He added and confirmed that it has a 500-mile range and is super fun to drive. That range is pretty great for an all-electric Semi, and we'll have to see what these are like in practice when they're being utilized by companies like Pepsi. Based on what Tesla has announced, they should bring reliable range, very fast charging with mega chargers, and a variety of operational savings over a traditional semi-truck. As for those mega chargers, Tesla says, quote, recover up to 70% of range in 30 minutes using Tesla's semi-chargers. Back on Tesla's Q1 2021 update, they said Tesla Semi Deliveries will also begin in 2021, but that was pushed back in Q2 2021 when they said, quote, to better focus on these factories and due to the limited availability of battery cells and global supply chain challenges, we have shifted the launch of the semi-truck program to 2022. Due to these various delays, many are doubting Elon's tweet here, but Pepsi themselves tweeted saying, we can confirm our first electric Tesla semis December 1st, 2022, supporting our Frito-Lay plant in Modesto, California, and our PepsiCo beverages plant in Sacramento. We're looking forward to this next step in our PepsiCo positive journey, and will provide more details once we have taken delivery. Tesla megachargers are already in place at their Frito-Lay facility in Modesto, so this definitely lines up. They aren't just taking delivery, but have the infrastructure ready to truly put these into full use. We'll have to see how many they take delivery of this year, and how quickly Tesla fulfills Pepsi's initial order of 100 electric Tesla semis. The efficiency of the Semi is expected to be less than 2 kilowatt hours per mile, which would mean that at 20 cents per kilowatt hour, it's about 40 cents per mile to operate the Tesla Semi. That's around half the cost of a diesel truck, so the savings can really add up if delivered as promised. Also to note, these are driving estimates when towing 80,000 pounds. The batteries for the Semi at an efficiency of 2 kilowatt hours per mile for 500 miles of range are likely about 1,000 kilowatt hours in size. That would be the largest battery Tesla has shipped by around 10 times. So it'll be super interesting to see this truck ship, get utilized by this company, and learn about Tesla's tech inside of it. We were expecting it to need 4680 cells, but it's unclear if it has those or not. Next up today, Tesla's Model Y continues to dominate the markets it gets introduced to. I recently reported about the Model 3 selling more than the Toyota Camry in Australia for 2022, and the Model Y has already been beating Model 3 sales in September there. Now the Model Y beat all other cars in Norway. In Norway, 89.1% of vehicle sales last month were EVs, and 77.7% of those were full battery electric vehicles. So already electric cars are beating other cars, but in September, the Model Y sold 3,063 units. The next most sold car was the VW ID4 with 903 total sold, so the Model Y clearly had a big edge in September. Interestingly, this is skewed a bit since it appears Tesla did a big delivery push in September. For the full Q3, Tesla sold 3,443 Model Ys, and VW sold 2,991 ID4s. Not as big of a difference, but the Model Y is beating out other cars nonetheless. People really can't seem to get enough of the Model Y. Next up today, Tesla has officially been upgraded to investment grade long-term credit rating by S&P Global Ratings. In the past 2 years, Tesla has been profitable, but has still been rated as a junk bond by companies like S&P Global Ratings. Earlier this year, there were hints at these companies changing their ratings, but now Tesla has been raised from BB+ to BBB, known as investment grade. Quote, adequate capacity to meet financial commitments, but more subject to adverse economic conditions. They said of this change that, quote, we now view Tesla's credit profile more favorably because it continues to demonstrate market leadership in electric vehicles with solid manufacturing efficiencies that support strong margins and sustained positive free operating cash flow above our previously established upside triggers. As for the future, they believe Tesla will maintain low debt and be profitable, saying the stable outlook reflects our expectation that Tesla will maintain low debt levels as it sustains its solid market share, profitability, and strong liquidity amid a weakening economy and an increasingly competitive environment for EVs. This rating doesn't matter too much to the average investor, but is a big change for funds who would avoid investments with lower ratings. This could help Tesla's stock long term, but we'll have to see how everything lines up. Last up today, some updates about other automakers. I reported in my last video that Toyota was having a terrible time with the bZ4X. They were all recalled because the wheels were falling off, and as a result, registered 0 sales last month. They hadn't found a fix, but now Toyota has announced that they've found a fix for the defect. They are resuming production and gradually resuming bZ4X shipments. This also should lead to the official launch of the Subaru Solterra, which is based off of the same platform as the bZ4X. I was hoping that this would lead to a larger relaunch of this vehicle since it performs so poorly with DC fast charging in cold weather, but that is not the case. Reportedly, Toyota also found another potential problem with the airbags in the bZ4X, and that has been fixed as well. Over at Toyota, they officially announced the Prologue. This is their first true EV offering, and as most companies are introducing, it's an SUV shape. This car is actually co-developed with GM, so it's built off of their Ultium platform, and is expected to function much like the Chevy Blazer. Quote, Honda today offered the first look at the exterior and interior stylings of the all-new Honda Prologue battery electric SUV that will come to market in North America in 2024. The Prologue design features clean and simple, neo-rugged exterior and interior stylings and ample interior space that's ready for adventure inside and outside the city limits. They shared a number of exterior and interior photos showing the updated interior design that's a mix of buttons and dual screens. As for the size, Prologue will have a wheelbase of 121.8 inches and is about 8 inches longer and 5 inches wider than the all-new 2023 Honda CR-V. Unfortunately for now, Honda has not revealed actual specs for this car, and it's not expected until 2024. Then they'll be introducing their own EVs on their own platform come 2026. Over at Ford, they are facing supply and demand issues on their two electric offerings. For the Mustang Mach-E, the demand issue is too much popularity for their Select model. They no longer list this base model trim as an option because they are facing higher than expected demand for it. Now you can only choose between three trims: the Premium, California Route 1, and GT trims. This is somewhat of a similar approach that Tesla has taken with the Model Y in the US, where they have eliminated the standard range option. Likely it's much less profitable for them to produce the Select model, and they have enough demand for the Premium and long range models that it makes sense to prioritize those. That car now starts at $54,975 for the Premium model with a range of 247 miles EPA. The long-range California Route 1 model costs $63,575, just a bit less than the Model Y today. For the Ford F-150 Lightning Pro model, Ford is facing price increases. According to Reuters, due to ongoing supply chain constraints, rising material costs, and other market factors, Ford is raising the price of the Lightning Pro by $5,000, bringing the base price up to $51,974. This comes after Tesla and Rivian have raised prices throughout this past year, and it's finally catching up to the companies who are truly scaling EVs. It's always unfortunate to see price increases, but these should be able to level off in the future as battery production not only gets cheaper, but more plentiful as well. Over at Polestar, they have delivered 30,000 EVs so far in 2022 and are still planning to hit a goal of 50,000 units total for the year. Polestar's CEO said, quote, "The majority of Polestar 2 cars set for delivery in Q4 are ready and making their way to our customers in 27 markets around the world, with the fourth quarter set to be our strongest on record yet. I am confident we will meet our target of 50,000 cars for this year." That's impressive and great to see from Polestar. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see the latest features Tesla is removing from their cars, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.